All right, here's the part two that you've been waiting so long for to happen. Big Tommy says, how many hookups have you had and what made you finally stop? Feel free to share a story about how a hookup happened. This is gold. There's a reason why I waited for part two for this. The first time I recorded it, my phone literally ran out of storage as I was going more and more into detail, getting saved. It's so fucking impressive. It literally cut off at like the perfect timing as I was about to go into the second story. So, how many hookups have I had? I've hooked up with 3 different girls. And these 3 different girls I've had many different experiences with. So I'm not going to count off the top of my head. Oh, there's this one time, this one tunnel, there's this other time at our house, there's this other time in my car. No, I'm not going to bother with that. 3 different girls, so you need to know. And what made me finally stop? Feel free to share a story. Ooh, Big Tommy's on it right now. Went straight to the hookup scene. What made me finally stop? I feel like for you to understand this, I'm gonna have to tell the story in like full detail from beginning to the end. So where should I start with this? I already gave you like a spoiler warning at the ending of part 1, which was how I ended up fingering her in her dad's couch whilst her dad was 10 feet away. So where should I begin with this? Leaving school. Okay. So, actually, I want to go a little bit further. Fuck, I don't know where to like start with the story for like you to understand it. I think I'll just start at leaving school. Yeah, okay. Final bell rings. School's finally over. I know what I'm gonna do though. I usually take the bus to go home. So you know how fucking all the school buses are aligned and they take you to the neighborhood and you have to go home at this certain time. I planned everything ahead for this. So I brought a skateboard to school because this girl lives about a mile away from the school. And here's the greater part. She goes to online school, which means that I'll try to explain this for you like this. Basically, her last 2 classes are online. So she's only at the school for like 2 to 3 hours. And then for the last like 2-3 hours, she's at home doing the schoolwork at home. So this was like absolutely perfect for me to get this through. I take the skateboard and I told you I planned for this. So I told my mom beforehand because she would have been like, Alex, why aren't you home at exactly 3 p.m.? Because the buses leave at 2:30 and they like take everyone home by 3. So I already told her beforehand, oh yeah, I'm going to go to a test. I'm going to remake a test and I'm going to go to the library that's right next to the school to get more books. And she's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Just call me when you're done. What? That's perfect. That's like 3 hours of free time right there. 3 hours of free time for me to do whatever the fuck I want. So I made good use on this time. So I pulled out my phone, got the skateboard ready. What's your address? Oh, cool. All right, bet. Be there in 10. Before you know it, I'm on the street and I'm going. And after like 30 minutes, not 30 minutes, like 20, 25, kind of got lost here and there. Got lost, but I had the address. Doesn't matter. I made it to her house. Something just really clicked. Something clicked when I saw her father. Because like that was the guy that opened up no, that wasn't the guy that opened the door. I'm like missing out key parts here. She came to meet me out first. And then she brought me up to the door where her dad was. And then we both met. I met the dad and I was like, oh, something just clicked in my mind. I was like, yeah, I can see why your daughter's a slut. I can see why your daughter's fucking a guy like me. Let's just say the father wasn't, I don't want to be so like horribly offensive, but the father wasn't so much of a, we'll just say masculine role model. He pretty much looks like most average dads out there. Big beer belly, bald, fat. Doesn't sound like he has that much. I know I could go on, but like I don't really care about that. Now, actually, I could get into a side tangent about that on itself. Fuck, that is actually so important. Okay, no. I won't be talking about that though right now. Okay, the dad gets into the car and says, "I'm gonna go pick up my other daughter." She had a sister at the other school. He leaves, And he tells us before, you guys can't go into the house. You guys have to stay out here. And we're like, oh, okay, whatever. So he pulls out, gets out of there, goes to the other school. Whilst he's gone, me and the girl just sat in the front yard, and we're just pretty much chilling around until we get a little bit too horny. The front yard has 2 chairs, which is all right. So just right then and there, we just start playing around a little bit. Always be watching around. That's not really that important though. He finally comes home after we've been like just making out and messing around for a little bit. He finally comes home with the daughter. Woohoo, yay. We all go back inside. And I remember this house had like a weird layout where the dad, okay, I'll try to like frame this in a way you can understand. I'll pretty much just use my calculator. So imagine this as like the living room. Fuck me, bro. Like this. Living room, TV, and then on this side would be, there's like a cubicle. There's literally a cubicle for where the dad's office space is. So the way this cubicle works would be like this marker. So living room, couch, TV, and then there's a cubicle that goes up this deep. And all this dad would go into the cubicle. Me and the girl, we would just go into the couch and be like, and she's like, you wanna watch a movie? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? She puts on some sort of like, I don't know, she put on Spider-Man, I think. We're watching Spider-Man for a little while. The dad goes into the cubicle and he just sits there and does his work. Here's the thing though about this cubicle. There's like a little window space that just comes down right here, and all he needs to do, like I'll try to like reiterate it for you as best as possible. All he needs to do is just so whilst knowing that he can do all that, my girl improvises. How nice isn't, huh? She brings a big old blanket, a big blanket, and covers it over me and her laps. So now we're sitting in this couch and we're watching the movie, but I just have to be risky. I have to be risky. So I reach my hand over to her crotch. Oh boy, bro, watch this without your parents, bro. Watch this with the earbuds. Watch this alone. I reach over to her crotch and I look over. Dad's not doing anything. She literally like just like she already had it ready for me. And I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. That's nice. Thank you for prepping that for me. Yeah. So I get to work. And as I'm getting to work, I'm just looking over to the side a little bit over because we're both standing just like a little bit like this. So it's more like this. I'm leaned over like this. My hand's over here. She's leaned on me like this. Just a little bit like this. My hand's over here though. Oh gosh. So we're doing that for a good while. I'm looking over to my side constantly, just like a little bit of side-eyeing, just to make sure. I shit you not, bro. As I'm looking over, I see the dad just turn back a little bit. I see him do this, just a little peek, and I smile at him as soon as I see him. I smile at him, but I immediately let go of my right hand. My right hand's doing all the work. Well, she's getting pleasured. She's doing a good job at hiding it though. Father on the left side, father over here, sees me smiling at him and smiles back, and he goes back to doing his work. Oh, such a sweet father, such a sweet dad. I go harder and harder until this girl literally is like shaking my arm, and I'm like, yeah, damn. She's like shaking my arm as she fucking comes right then and there. And I'm like, okay, that's nice. That's what we like to see. So we kinda went for my job, kinda. But it wasn't really right for it. Besides, the last thing I want to do, nut in some other girl's blanket, bro. That's not for me. So she would like give me a little bit of a hand job, but like not for too long. Like what, a minute and a half. Meanwhile, I was like fucking right hand machine going for like at least 10 minutes. I think after I got a little bit tired of that, I just said, okay, no, don't even worry about that. Pull my pants back up, pulled her pants back up. She's wearing these nice ass, cute little shorts, bro. Oh, I forgot to mention that. These shorts are... this girl has a body. Like, you know the hourglass shape in a girl? Like how her ass is big, her tits are nice, and how it creates this like hourglass shape. You can literally just go look it up. Don't fucking reset your nofap streak, but like, you know what I mean? This hourglass shape, bro. She's built like that, and I'm not I'm not praying to her, bro, trust. But I'm like admiring her body, and I'm complimenting her on it too. You know how well complimenting works, right? You know the power of the reinforcement? Yeah. Reinforcing good behavior gets someone to do more of that behavior. So me reinforcing her body and how she's pretty much like acting up on me. She fucking loves that. So after a little bit of watching the movie, my alarm goes off because I can't be here for too long, yeah? I got an African mother that's extremely worried about me. Alarm goes off. I walk back to the front door. I tell everyone, okay, I'm about to go. Thank you for your time. Thank you for letting me spend time with your daughter, Mr. Yada yada. And as I'm ready to go, because I have to go back to the library for my mom to pick me up. She's not going to pick me up at the school. She's definitely not going to pick me up here. So get ready. Not get ready, Jesus Christ. Get my bag, get my stuff. As I'm ready to go out the front door, my girl comes up from behind me and says, "Hey Jay, let me walk with you to the library." And the dad goes, "Oh yeah, I'll just pick you guys up." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's pretty cool." So I'm like, "Okay, why not?" So we get to walking, and this is the part that like really confused me. We're walking together, but after we've just like pretty much shared a pretty intimate moment where I've just like finger banged the fuck out of this girl. And it's like we're not walking with any sort of love. So pretty much how the walk is was like, I don't know directly how to explain it, but there is no holding hands. Absolutely not. No holding hands. The conversation does not flow. Not at all. Because she's on her phone texting another guy, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, she was snapping another guy, and I was like, "Oh, who are you snapping?" And she's like, "Oh, the guy I fucked yesterday." It's so weird. Even though I knew that we were just messing around, having fun, why did that still hurt? As soon as he says that, I just feel a little bit of a blow to my heart. I'm like, wait, hang on. Shit, what we have really isn't that special. I didn't actually say that though. I just heard her say that, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And I was like, and then somehow we ended up talking about her ex-boyfriend. I'm not even sure how, but when we did end up speaking about him, it's like she had this sort of like missing attitude about him. Like, I kind of missed how he was, like this and like that. And I was like, okay. I'm just completely mindless at this point. We walk through the intersection, look both ways, yeah. Walk through. We're getting to the library. And as we get to this library, there's this, how should I explain this? Pretty much there's an underway. So you know how some walking paths will have like underways under them, and fuck me, bro. And under these walk paths would be like maybe a tunnel or sewer drain. So pretty much it'd be like just a little tunnel. The tunnel wouldn't be that big, wouldn't be that high, but it'd be good enough to fit a person under there, fit a few people under there. This tunnel under here, I saw it, realized how far it was from the actual library, because like, well, pretty much the library, let's say the library is over here. This walkway that has a nice little underpath is over here. We are over here. I'm seeing this pathway, and I'm thinking to myself, I did pretty much most of this work, most of this planning to get to this girl that I don't even care about, because at this point right now, I'm realizing how much I just I'm realizing how much now I just don't fucking give a shit about this girl. It sounds horrible. Ooh. It's so weird, bro. We go over to the underpath, and I'm like, you know what? This sounds like a pretty cool place. This looks like a pretty nice place. Why don't we fuck under here? And she's like, all right, I'm down. I'm down for whatever. I'm like, all right, bet. So we go down to the underpath. We're down there. She takes off everything. Not everything. She just takes off her shorts because nice ass shorts, bro. She got a nice. I'm like getting you to visualize things. Chill out, bro. Don't be saying no fap streak. So she takes out everything, and there's a feeling in my mind that I just can't get about, that I just can't help but to notice. It's stress. I'm stressed about how long I've been here, and what if my mom just shows up at the library to try to pick me up? What if she just shows up here and tries to call me? And then she sees what I'm doing here and she gets so mad at me and everything's all fucked up and I just can't do this and that. And now I just can't, I'm not allowed to do this. I'm not allowed to have my phone. What if my mom sees me here with this girl? What if my phone just literally just goes off by itself and just fucking, there's just a call notification from her. I'm at the library. I want to speak to you. What if this? What if that? What do you think happens when you get anxious before you have sex? What do you think happens when you get all these thoughts in your mind? All these hateful, anxiety, stress-inducing thoughts. Thoughts in your mind that are so strong and powerful that with each one, it exponentially doubles. Or exponentially gets worse. So it goes from times 1, times 2, times 4, times 8, times 16, times, you know what I mean. 8 fucking goes up and up and up and up. You know what happens when all these stress levels goes up as you're about to do something, as you're about to perform? This girl is lie down, pretty much like lie down, back down, ass up, ready for me to go in doggy style. I'm holding her, but there's just a little problem. Little problem. I'm struggling just a little bit here to get going. She notices this because, what the fuck is this, bro? A little woodpecker. She looks around. She looks behind her, sees how fucking soft I am, and goes, and I shit you not, bro. She like changes her body posture, kind of like goes down a little bit, looks back around me, and she turns around. She goes, "Is it because I'm too ugly?" As soon as she said that, my heart literally like skipped a beat. I didn't realize this why at the time. I'll go over it soon. But I did not realize at the time that what she meant was way more like fucking frightening for her than I thought. She says this and I'm like, no, it's not that. It's not that. Trust. I'm just a little bit like stressed out, you know? And she's like, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. How about you just, maybe if you grind on me, and it'll get back to being hard. And then she's like, no, okay, why not? So I'm lying down now. So I'm like, lie down. She gets on top of me, starts grinding it just a little bit, trying to get a little bit hard. My thoughts are still a little bit more like distant, more vacant. But as this is all happening, I'm starting to like remember. I'm starting to like calm down just a little bit. It took me just one single deep breath, just one deep breath, to get me back to a semi. Yay! Back to a semi. Bro, as soon as I was back to a semi, she straight up sat on it, just immediately. And I was like, oh, okay. We're going in raw, by the way. Yeah, no condom, no protection, just straight raw. Definitely not the best option, bro. If you please, if you can, invest into a condom. Don't be a dumbass like I was, okay? We're going in raw for about like a few minutes, and she's grinding really hard on me, bro. It feels fucking nice, okay? She's grinding me like shit. But my second alarm goes off because I'm too worried about my mom just pulling up into the parking lot. I'm too worried about her just showing up there and me being into like fucking 1,000 layers of trouble. Because I'm too worried about this, because I'm too worried about my mom showing up, I stayed at a semi despite how good this girl's body was. Let me get something straight to you, bro. This girl knows how to fuck. She's on top of me. She's on top of me grinding as if I'm the last human in the fucking human race. The last male in the human race. She's grinding on me that hard. I still can't get that because I'm too stressed in my mind about my mom pulling up to the parking lot. So my alarm goes off and I tell her, okay, let's not do this anymore. I'm feeling a little bit stressed, but at the same time though, I'm like, it's half and half. It's half stressed, half enjoying it. Goes into semi, half hard. What the fuck? Did I just think of like a new Venn diagram? Half stressed, half in your mind, plus half enjoying it equals half hard dick. That's huge. Anyway, huge. So as soon as I like pull her off to me, and I'm like, okay, none of this, none of this. Put your shorts back up. Let's go back up. Let's go back to the library. Put your shorts up. We get back. We get out of the underway, which is actually much more exposed than we thought. That as someone from like calculator example, someone from over here could see us all the way down here, like up here at the top, all the way down here, because this underway is at least like what, 10 feet, 2 meters below the walking path. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. Let me try to pick up where. Okay, so yeah, I got her off me. She pulls up her shorts back up, pull up mine. She walks in front because I just love seeing her nice cheeks walk, bro. She's built. I'm not gonna get too into that, bro. But yeah, she's walking behind her because like we get up to the, not to the library, but next to the library, there's a park. We go over there so that she can start pissing. I go over into my bathroom so I can start pissing too. Do our thing, like not 10 minutes, Jesus, like 5, 6, 7, 8 more minutes. Come out, and we meet. And as we're meeting there, she's like, all right, I already called my dad. I'm like, wow, okay, oh, that fast. Like, and she's like, yeah, he'll be here soon. Within like 4 or 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I reach in for another kiss. I'm surprised because she kissed me back. It wasn't like another, no, not like that type of kiss, but like another tone of those. The fucking make out session right then and there. Make out for like 30 seconds. And as she's the one that like pushes me back a little bit. And then she looks up at me. She has green eyes, by the way. She looks at me with her green glistening eyes, and I'm like a little bit taller than her. Green eyes, red hair, you already know about that. She looks at me and she goes, oh, fuck, bro. There was a way that she said it that I just couldn't, that fucked with me. That literally fucked with me. She looked at me with her hand on my chest and said, AJ, if I got pregnant, would you stay with the child? There's a kind of psychology in women that when they sleep around, they have this fear in their mind that any guy they sleep with could get them pregnant, and then right then and there inhibit them from sleeping with other guys. That's because then again, when you think about it, a girl sleeping around versus a guy sleeping around, a guy can go sleep around and impregnate like as many girls as he wants. Girl, not the same case. She sleeps around, gets impregnated by like the second guy. Well, shit. Now she has to stop there. She like kind of has to stop there for like a good while. So it's always been in the girl's mind. Whoever they're sleeping with, they need to like be a little bit aware of if the guy they're sleeping with, in the case that they get them that the guy gets them pregnant, they'll stay with them. My girl is aware of this. I wasn't aware of it. I didn't know about it at the time, but like it's like a hardwire fact. It's been ingrained in the female mind. I wasn't aware about this fact at all. I learned about it like 3 months later, and I was like, oh, that's why she asked me that question. So let's go back to the present moment, yeah? She asked me that question with her hand on my chest, looking up at me with these puppy dog eyes. I feel bad. Because at that point, right then and there, I kind of wanted to be honest with her because, like, think about it, bro. Most of these hookups, most of these fuck them, leave them situations, you wouldn't want to stay with them, which is the disheartening, fucked up truth. So I responded with something along the lines of, sorry, I wasn't about to say that, no. I responded something along the lines of, probably not. To be just honest to her. And as I said that, bro, I watched most of this girl's, like, you know how someone can, like, shine? You know how someone has, like, this feeling to them that they, like, what's the word? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, they have this feeling, this, like, bit of blissness, this bit of liveliness inside of them. You know that, maybe you know what I'm talking about? Maybe you've, like, seen me before with it. They have this feeling of liveliness in them. And then it's like, they fucking crumbled. The feeling of liveliness goes away. And it's like they're just shocked. That's exactly what happened to her. As soon as she heard me say that, she just got her hand off my chest and just kind of looked a little bit more sunken and down to the side. And me not knowing exactly what that meant, I was like, oh, okay, my bad. We kind of got into a little bit of a debate later on, but I won't really, not a debate, Jesus fuck, no, not a debate, a full heated argument. We got into an argument like about a week after this happened, talking about the same thing, talking about how, oh, if you get pregnant with my child, you better abort it. And she was like, oh, no, 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 I don't want to do that. It's like bad. I'm like, if you don't abort it, right now I'd be having a child. Wait, no, I would have had one. That's crazy. I would have been, yeah, this happened like about a year ago. So like 10 months ago. So yeah, right now I would have a child if I had accidentally got her pregnant and she didn't abort it. Don't want to end up in that situation, bro. One or three things: wear a condom, actually love the girl you're with, have her on the pill, or plan B. There's actually more ways, but like I won't even get into them. So at first we were like holding each other. When she asked me the question, she had her hand on me like this. I had my hand on her ass and on her hip. She's like, oh yeah, what about this? And then I responded with, yeah, I don't really, probably wouldn't stay with you if we had a baby. And she just kind of looks away, looks down, looks away, and just kind of like walks just a little bit away, just steps away from me for a little bit. I'm like, oh no, what's wrong? That's what's wrong, seriously. I actually asked that and she was like, I don't know, this doesn't feel right. That she said that, which was pretty goddamn impressive because I was like, oh really? Me too. Doesn't feel right to me either. And I just couldn't get more of this nagging feeling like, well, shit. I just fucked a girl that we fucked before, but like this time it was purely just for the sake of doing it and getting out of there. So when I thought about this like that, I was like, oh, fuck. This is actually so fucked. Her dad pulls up. Her dad pulls up at the perfect timing. They get into the car, I say, okay, see you later. She gets into the passenger side on the other side. I look at the dad and I'm like, okay, well, bye, thank you. He just smiles like this, smiles and nods. The girl just doesn't even bother looking back at me. She gives me one final goodbye look. As the guy makes a literal U-turn and gets out of the parking lot. So now I'm sat there and I'm like, well, fuck, that just happened. I just had a half fuck this girl that I didn't care about, and now I've just lost her. I know I've lost her because the next time that I ever ask her for this again, she's definitely not going to be in the mood to do it. Jeez, I gotta go piss, bro. Be right back. Jesus. Whilst I'm sat there thinking to myself, well, shit, that just actually happened, I actually decided to pull out my phone. And here's the biggest fucking worst part of this entire thing. You know, the very thing that was maximizing my level of stress in this event was the very case that my mom just pulls up out of nowhere, right? Right? I pull up my phone, I go to call her, she answers, she picks up, and she's like, oh, is it time to finally pick you up? Drop my phone. As I'm dropping my phone, I literally catch her right then and there, and I'm like, yep, thank you, I'm at the school library, see you later. Leave call. I've just had one of the worst. No, I've just had the worst sexual experience of my life. It was all over a factor that didn't even need to be factored in. Well, that was pretty nice. Hearing my mom go, "Oh, it's actually time to pick you up now? Great." Also, I was thinking, "Oh no, is she gonna come like any second now? What if she sees me?" If I didn't have that factor in there, I would have been so much more present with her. Which actually would have made the sex better in a sense. Better in the sense of, wait, hang on, no. Actually, now that I think about it, she still would have asked me that question anyways. In fact, she would have been way more inclined to ask me it because I would have been fucking the right way. So pretty much no matter what happened in this scenario, everything would lead down to the final question. If I had a child with you, would you stay with this kid? Part of me is thinking like, it's just the fact that I saw this girl as nothing, no future at all, just as my fuck buddy, just as someone I go turn to whenever I get fucking morning wood, rock hard. I don't know where I ever snap, I pull it up, I'm like, all right, yo, you down to meet? I'm horny as shit. It's like, yeah, okay. The levels of non-fulfillment, the level of hate, the level of this, the level of that, the level of emotional destruction, brain fog, self-image that this takes out of you is absolutely insane. There's a quote that I want to butcher, and it's that casual sex is worse than porn. I know someone's gonna hear me say that and be like, AJ, literally no way in hell. I would so much rather be fucking all these different girls than be jerking off alone. To be honest, I'd rather you be in the situation where you can, but you decide not to. That's like a much different scenario. But the thing is, porn destroys you by yourself. Because when you watch porn, who are you destroying? Who are you mentally fucking up? You, right? You're mentally fucking yourself up. But at the very least, you can heal from this over time. Using the correct protocols to protect the correct brain exercises, the correct meditation guides, the correct anything. You can heal your brain from porn. That's actually good. You want to know something you can never get back, unlike porn? Which is why I say casual sex is much worse than porn. You want to know something that you will never have again? That part of your soul that you just splitted with this girl that you just wanted to have some fun with this girl that you've pretty much just used to ejaculate, this girl you've just used to masturbate with. So hang on. Part of your soul here literally gets severed and now belongs to this girl. And that's the exact thing that I'm feeling right now. It's why every time I think about this girl, I just can't help but to feel, it's so weird. Every time I think about her, I just can't help but to feel a little bit good. Like a little bit of a positive emotion, despite the fact that she was responsible for some of the worst pain that I have felt before. No. She wasn't responsible. I was responsible. You gotta take 100% responsibility, but you know what I mean by that. Casual sex is when you literally split part of your soul, and now that just goes away to the other person. It's like, oh, I love this analogy so much. Hang on a second. I love this analogy. So this piece of tape right here, you see how this piece of tape right here is pretty sticky? Casual sex, let's say this is your soul right here, okay? Just like that. You attach it to some girl you just met online. Oh, great. Oh my lord. This is how it feels to finally be fucking like all these other motherfuckers out there. This is how it feels to finally achieve the heights of male life, where I get to have sex with all these different girls. You stick yourself to this one girl, and you guys don't really match that much because, I mean, come on, you guys are both whores. So you unstick yourself. Just like that, huh? But Here's the fun part about this. When you unattach yourself from this girl, you can't see it, but there are little remnants of this piece of tape, of this soul right here, that's still on this finger, that's still on this girl. To this day, she's still somewhat reminded of you. Isn't that so huge? Oh, hey. Rebound. New girl. Oh my god, wow, it feels so amazing. Oh my god, wow. Same thing. You guys don't match. That was weird. It's almost like the tape fell off much quicker than the last time. Do you get what I'm trying to get at here? How your soul goes to all these different motherfuckers that you can never get back? Can never get these part of your souls back. Never again. But at least with porn you can. At least with porn you can heal your brain again. At least with porn you can do 1,000 hours of meditation, heal your brain. Now it's better. After like 2 years of doing the right things, your brain is fully healed. 2 years of casual sex. Your brain is not your brain, your body, your soul are all gonna be so accustomed to being a whore, to being the person that cannot stick to this current relationship, to being the type of person that needs to split his soul as much as possible. Now, at the beginning, I actually spoke about how her father, like the type of person her father would be, would give you like an insight into the type of girl she would be. That is extremely, like, much more valuable than you think. So it turns out having a proper role model, proper father figure, actually like makes a wall, a barrier between all the casual sex motherfuckers. And it's so interesting. It's like I knew straight away that like, okay, yeah, this is just gonna be an extra body count because of the type of person her dad was. I know that sounds fucking horrible. Whatever. It's okay. All right. Go ahead. Call me XYZ. I don't care. From looking at her father, I knew straight away and immediately, okay, this guy's values low. What does that tell me about her daughter's values? Low. I mean, we usually we imitate what our parental figures have. And so immediately I'm like, oh, okay, all right, that's fair. Yeah. When your values are this low, your daughter ends up getting fingered on your own couch 10 feet away from you. That's so fucked. There's something else I wanted to speak about too, just a little bit, about why this happens. Talk about it for like a little bit. There are 3 types of main relationship styles: anxious, attachment, what the fuck? Anxious, avoidant, and secure. You like probably already like have an idea. Anxious would be the attachment style of like, oh man, I have this. It would be the style of, oh man, I'm not sure what she's doing right now. What is she doing? Should I call her? I don't want to call her. Maybe she should do this. I'm too afraid of her going out like here. I'm too afraid of this happening. You have all these thoughts in your mind. You're anxious, worried about the future. That's anxious attachment style. Avoidance attachment style is much more interesting. It's when someone shows you a lack of attention, a lack of emotion, a lack of affection, and you are so much more attracted to that than you are to the person that gives you a full amount of like secure love, pure love and pure trust. You're more attracted to the person that would leave you unread or delivered for days at a time. And this is what 80, 75, 80, 90% of girls are. Most girls are avoidant. Call me horrible, I don't care. Mainly, and why does this even happen? How does someone even like get these styles? Oh yeah, insecure style would just be, you're open to love, you're open to expressing yourself, you don't need to hold yourself back. Here I am getting into relationships, me as an anxious attachment person, getting into a relationship with an avoidant person. And here we are, just like, I'm anxious as fuck thinking about what she's doing all the time. She's giving me such a little bits of affection, little bits of emotion. Okay, this is with another girl, by the way. We ended up breaking up after like a week because my mind had so many different like negative thoughts about her. All these different like anxiety producing thoughts. You can pretty much guess where avoidance, anxious, and insecure would come from. The father figures, the parental guidance, how your parents acted towards you, whether it be out of a lack of love, lack of emotion, or a sense of scaredness, a sense of scarcity, how my parents were. Sense of scarcity, sense of anxiousness, sense of neglect, mainly neglect, and then sense of security, sense of safety, full on safety. Yeah, but I don't know why I was going on so much about that. But those are the three attachment styles that ends up into so many people getting into casual sex. You should like look up more stuff about this, bro. It's so interesting because right here, right now, you certainly have one that you fall into. You don't think it, you're not sure, you're like, yeah, he's not talking about me. Yes, you do. One of these three you fall into. And you'll find out which one you fall into with the more and more you go into these relationships, the more and more you go speak to girls. Because your brain and your body will automatically emit one of these three without you even realizing it. That's what happened to me. I acted a little bit of both. I acted both scared once I got the girl, like emotionally, like so anxious. And I also acted avoidant a little bit. You wanna know how I acted avoidant? I wasn't authentic. I was being a fake me. I was pretty much just giving her this facade of who I really was. I wasn't telling her shit about who I actually was, about the things I do, about the things I like. And I gotta end this video. I want to speak more about this. Sounds pretty fun. I think I will actually, yeah. How being authentic will get you your dream girl, and how being inauthentic will make you feel more fucked. Because, bro, there's another story I have with another girl I was with. But this time, I based most of our entire relationship off inauthenticity, off of lying. You can guess where that happened, or guess where that went. Be authentic. Be real with yourself. What do you really want? Do you want to sleep around because that's what all the motherfuckers online, the red pillars all said? Oh my god, guys, increase and double your body count. Or you just want a girl that you can just call your girlfriend. A girl that you can actually like love and carry around in public. That's what I'm thinking of right now. I think that's so much more better than just the life that all these motherfuckers want you to have. Go around and sleep with as many girls as possible. Like, no. We're not entirely trying to destroy our souls here. To be honest, bro, I'd like to have a bit of my soul for when it's time to, get married. That's just me though. I'd like to have a bit of my soul to give to my future wife. I think you would too. I think you'd benefit from that. Yeah. Casual sex ain't good for you, bro. Hookup culture, it's just not real. I mean, it's not real in the way that it's as good as they hype it up to be. The only people that participate in the only people that actually do that shit completely as like a full-time job are still mentally broken. Oh, but AJ, you did it too. Yes, I was mentally broken too. Oh, yeah, woo, yeah, woo, yeah, woo. I would so much rather actually go on a date and like a girl for who she genuinely is than to just be like, oh my god, stinky hole? Oh my god, she has a hole just like 90% of, just like almost every other girl on the planet. She's my future wife and I should impregnate her immediately. What? Bro, get to know her. Come on now, bro. Anyways, you know what to do. Don't be a dummy. Casual sex ain't it. Also, if you have any problems you want to speak to me about, first link in the description, you know what to do. Second link in the description, join our legion. First link though, I like it. I think you would too. Oops. Shit, no! I dropped something. Anyways, hope this video helped you out just a little bit with understanding shit about dating. Gotcha. See ya.